with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap nigga with the chickens like Popeye. Money changing colors.
What's good, guys? It's your girl Aubrie. Welcome back to my channel. It has been months since I have uploaded any form of content to YouTube. Like, I'm still trying to remember how to do everything. But this video is long over. Gizmo, what are you doing? Dude, like, can you get it together? Okay. Dude, what? Sorry, nothing much has changed this way. But no, in this video, I just want to talk to you guys about everything I've been going through, dealing with, how things have changed in my life and everything, and just let y'all know about all the crazy stuff that I've been going through and everything like that over these past couple months that I have not been uploading anything to YouTube. So this will be a long overdue life update, so let's just get into it. So I have to backtrack a little bit. So for those of you who found my channel before I consistently started doing reactions, like when I was doing clean my room with me videos and try on hauls and everything like that, then you all know that I had a life update video back then, my very first ever life update on this channel. And I have since then deleted that video, but for those of you who found me back then and you've seen that video, then you kind of already know. But I know a lot of you guys found my channel, you know, once I consistently started doing reaction videos, so I know you all did not get the chance to see that. But in that video, I just talked about how school did not work out for me financially and how I just wasn't able to keep attending school, and how I just had to try to figure out the direction that I wanted to go in my life and everything like that. That's basically where it stood. I was not in school anymore, and I was just trying to figure out what I really wanted to do with myself, with my life, and try to get on a different path, or at least figure out what path would be right for me. Because at that point, I had no clue anymore. I didn't know. So that's when I was consistently starting to do YouTube videos and everything like that. And it was just my happy place. It was my ultimate happy place. So basically, throughout all of that time, my mindset changed. I became a person that was very unmotivated, and I was losing touch of my reality and what reality even was at that point, because I was, you know, I use YouTube as like a scapegoat. And you're like, what? I'll explain even deeper. So in January, school did not work out. I found out that my classes had got dropped, and also my job was on campus, so I also lost my job too. So in one day, and within a couple minutes, I lost my schooling and my job. So that right there already was a big blow to me, especially because I made it so far through school and I was almost to my senior year. If I was still in school, I would have been going through my second semester of my junior year. So I basically made it all the way up to through my first semester of my junior year of college. So to know all that, and then to know that my form of income was gone as well, that definitely was a blow to me. It was hard for my family, because my family wanted to help me and they knew they just didn't have the money to do that. And it's like, it was just a very hard time. And so then February hits, I lose my grandfather, and that also was another blow to me. So at this point, it's like, I was just dealing with so much hard shit that it's like, mentally, I just didn't know how to collect myself, how to collect my thoughts. Happiness at that point was like, it wasn't there for me. Because like, it's never easy losing someone, and then to be losing a lot more than that, it's like, damn. Damn. The timing of everything was just the worst. Once all that happened, I turned to YouTube even more, because I knew that once I uploaded videos, I got to get a lot of cool comments from all of you, and a lot of uplifting comments. It was just really nice, and it was happy. It was a happy place for me. I got to sit in front of the camera, forget about reality, forget about everything, push everything to the side, and just focus on that. And it was like I said, it was a happy place for me, and it was bringing me happiness and filling a void for me that, you know, that hadn't been filled because of all the stuff that I had been dealing with. So, you know, that definitely it changed things for me mentally. It definitely made me feel as if like I don't care about responsibilities and reality. Like, I don't care about that anymore at this point. I just cared about, you know, continuing to do what was making me happy, and, you know, a place that I felt like I just didn't have to think about anything else. Nothing else mattered. So once that mindset happened, I became very unmotivated. I became very lazy. I just became a completely different person. And of course, in front of a camera, you guys see me as this happy person because it really did make, doing videos really did make me happy. It just made me feel different. And then when I cut the camera off, it reminded me of like, well, damn, now I'm back into reality. I'm back into this world that just, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with responsibilities. I don't want to deal with anything. I don't want to deal with credit card payments. I don't want to deal with phone bills. I don't want to deal with responsibility. Like, that's the mindset that I had. And it was sucky for me because I didn't even realize that I was changing. So that was really crazy to me that I didn't see it. So I became so careless to the point that I don't know. I don't even know. But then around sometime in April, I don't even know what time it was in April. It might have been like beginning of April. Yeah, like the beginning of April, mid-April, I'm not sure. Reality was knocking at my door, you know, responsibility was knocking at my door. You know, you can only go so long with thinking that responsibilities and stuff and bills aren't going to catch up to you and you not taking care of it, because like y'all know, I was not employed. YouTube does not pay my bills, nothing like that. So I literally was just going through the motions, trying to figure it out, but then not really, because like I said, I just really didn't care about anything. So after that, I woke up one morning to my phone off, and I was like, damn. And it was one of those things where it's like you snap out of it and you realize, well, my phone's off. I didn't pay my bill. You know, like, of course I know why my phone's off, but it's like thinking like I went that long with just not caring and like trying to sweep all responsibilities and everything up under the rug, that it's like I'm not even paying attention to things that are important. Things that I would usually be on top of, I was not on top of anymore. And so the last two videos I put up on my channel, which was months ago, I was wearing like a gray hoodie, a gray like turban thing on my head, a curly bang and all that. In those videos, I let y'all know that I was going through some things and that I would upload when I could. And a lot of people kind of could tell, like, girl, where you about to go? Like, what you doing? You know what I mean? Like, people like, are you good? Are you okay? No, I wasn't okay. No, I wasn't fine. No, I wasn't feeling it. Like, no. So once my phone got cut off, I had a little mobile hotspot, individual hotspot that I would use when I was doing reactions. I bought that so I could use it for just a little extra, you know, like a little extra Wi-Fi or whatever, so that I could do my videos. Because for those of you who been around and hear me talk my head off, y'all know that I don't have Wi-Fi at home. I watch my reaction videos on my TV, and I use my hotspot to connect my PlayStation to my TV so I can get on YouTube and do it that way. I do everything from my phone, like y'all know that. So I used that hotspot to my advantage. I connected my phone to it, and just to let some of my family know like what was going on, that my phone was off and that I would figure it out. And let my boyfriend know, and like let my parents know, and let my mom know, because my mom was at work when I woke up. And then I took the time to make those two videos, and I didn't want to say my phone was off. I didn't want to say that because I felt like I already kind of felt like a disappointment, and I didn't want to look even more like a freaking dummy. Because at that point I kind of realized what I was doing to myself in my life, and reality like hit me, and I woke up. Okay, I woke up. And it's one of those things where it's like, growing up, I have always had and still do have very motivated parents. They've always been motivated. They've always been determined people. They've always been very mentally strong-willed people. They've always been that way. And those are the people that I grew up with. Those are the people that raised me. And even just my family, period, like my cousins, my aunts, like my uncles, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, all are very strong-willed, very determined, motivated people. And those are the people that raised me. Those are the people that molded me and made me a motivated person. So to see that I became a person who just didn't care about my life anymore. I didn't care about what went on. I didn't care about responsibility. I was unmotivated. I wasn't determined anymore. I just kind of gave up. That's a disappointment. Like, I felt like a huge dummy. I felt like a disappointment because I'm like, this is not me. This isn't me. And people around me knew that. Like, the way I was acting, it wasn't me. And it was scary. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I don't know. But it was scary to me because to realize for months I was a completely different person, and then to come back to reality and realize that everyone around me knew that something in me was changing but me. And I didn't see it. Like, my family, some of my family knew. My mom definitely knew. My dad knew because he reached out to me like, are you okay? Like, I haven't heard from you. What's going on? My boyfriend knew, and I just would lash out at him like when it wasn't even needed. I was very dependable on people. Like, I wanted people to fight my issues and my problems for me, take care of my responsibilities for me. And that's not me. That's never been the person that I've been. I've always been motivated. I've always been a determined person, like, always. And to know that I lost myself and I didn't even notice that, and everybody else did, like, that's a scary thought to me, to know just like that, how you can lose sight of yourself and who you are as a person and just change and not even feel it and not even notice it and just still go through the motions thinking that you're okay. And thinking that everything is okay. And it's not. And so once I realized months later, you know, that I was putting strain on my friendships because I was antisocial as hell and I wasn't talking to people that I would usually talk to on a normal basis, like my friend Alicia, Kadeen, Davon, like just people that I have close friendships with. I put a strain on that. And I didn't even really notice that I was. Like, even my relationship with my boyfriend, relationships with my family, with my parents, like, I was putting a strain on everything, and I was so selfish and so freaking dumb that, like, I didn't even notice. I didn't realize until afterwards, and I'm like, what have I done? Like, I didn't notice. And so it just sucked. It just sucked because I feel like a lot of people would misunderstand the way that I was acting and think she just doesn't mess with me no more. You know, she just doesn't like me anymore or whatever. Like, it's not even that. The issue was much deeper than anything that you could think, that they would have thought. You know what I mean? And it was deeper than I even realized until I took a step back and I'm like, okay, all right. Something has to change at this point because now I'm catching on to the fact that, you know, things aren't right, things aren't okay, and I need to figure this out. So the end of April comes and my phone is off and I'm thinking, okay, I need to make something shake in my life because clearly it's not. Clearly these months I've just allowed myself to just go downhill. So I started looking for jobs really hard. Like, I'm talking about really hard. Like, I downloaded Indeed, I downloaded ZipRecruiter, I downloaded Snagajob, I was on Google, like, just looking for places that with my personality I felt like I would fit in. But at this point it's like I wasn't even about to be picky because I knew how bad that I needed a job, and I honestly didn't even care what I had to do as long as it was legal. Like, I'm gonna try to get in there. And, like, my family and my mom, like, they couldn't even see me working food jobs. When I told my mom I put in applications at food jobs, she's like, girl, no. No, you have to do better than that. You don't belong there. And I'm like, there are many people that work food jobs. They may not belong there, but they gotta do what they gotta do to make income keep food in their stomachs, clothes on their backs, bills paid. Like, so I really don't care if I wouldn't fit in there. I have to figure this out for myself. You know what I mean? But then it just, all the jobs that I applied for, nothing seemed to work out. So I was just kind of in a rut again, like, okay, this isn't working. I need another alternative. So my cousin was pregnant and her baby shower was happening at the end of April. And so a lot of my family came down from Florida. Well, no, they came up from Florida to Ohio for this baby shower. So my aunt, she is somebody, well, one of my aunts, she is somebody who, like, when we were younger, like 8th grade, freshman year of high school, she already had us researching colleges that we want to go to, their tuition costs, researching jobs that we want to potentially go into, their salary, everything like that. So she was always one of those people that wanted to make sure that the family is good and we set and we are motivated and know what we want. So she was one of the ones that came down from Florida, and she knew what I was dealing with. She knew what I was going through. I told her everything that I was going through. She told me that the next day she wanted to take me to some places to put in job applications in person and see if my outcome would be any different. So we went to this plaza, and there were about 7 different places within that same plaza that were hiring. So I went from place to place, literally beelining it from place to place, putting in applications, trying to see, like, get a feel of the places and see, can I fit in here? You know what I mean? Because with retail is different. A lot of those places were majority of retail places, and then one cookie place. So I was just trying to figure out, like, can I see myself here? Especially because the side of town it was on, it was like the high-end side of town. You don't see many people like me there. So I was like, I don't know, but I gave it a shot anyway. So there was one place in particular, there was this boutique, and I put in an application there in person, filled it out, got it right back to them. And then after I put in all the applications, my aunt told me to call them back in a few days and see the status of my application. So I waited. I was supposed to call them on a Wednesday. I ended up calling them on a Saturday because I don't even know. I don't know why I did that. But anyways, nonetheless, I called. And when I called this boutique back, the lady was not there that handles the hiring process and applications and everything like that. She was not there. So the lady was like, leave me a number and we will get back to you. And y'all know my phone is off at this time. So the phone number that I gave them was my boyfriend's phone. It was my boyfriend's phone number. And so you can already imagine how weird that is to, like, have a job communicating with your boyfriend, like, or his phone number. Like, it was just super duper different and it was weird. But nonetheless, like, we were together all the time, so there was a chance that I would be with him when they called, or, you know, left a message, did whatever. So lo and behold, I was at his house hanging out with him and his family, and they called. We missed the call, but I called them back like literally 5 minutes later because they didn't hear his phone ringing. And so when I called back, the lady that handles all that was there, and she was she told me that if I was still interested in the job, she would like to interview me. And so this was on a Sunday at this point, and she scheduled my interview for that next day at 1:15. So at this point, I'm like super stoked, super excited, because I'm like, I have a job interview. Finally. Like, it had never got that far in the process when I was putting in job applications, like, over that time period. So to actually finally have an interview, I'm like, I cannot mess this up. I don't want to mess this up. I cannot. So that same day, I made an updated resume, in which I will tell you guys, make sure you guys always have an updated version of your resume. Because at that point, when I was still in school on campus, that job that I was working on campus I was in materials management, definitely, basically like a library assistant. And I was there for my freshman year, and if I was still in school, I would have been there all the way till I graduated, because I was guaranteed a job through all of college being there, because that's just how I was. My boss was really sweet, and we had a good relationship because I had already been there for almost 3 full years. So I had not made an updated resume. I had not made one. So the resume that I had with me was from freshman year, you know, so a lot has changed over time. So like my experience has changed, different skills that I have acquired, you know, like all that has changed. So, and then on top of that, at that time, I had ended up working a second job as a customer service attendant at a gym. So I had even more skills. So making an updated resume, it was a pain in the butt, but it was worth it. So I made an updated resume, especially because since I applied in person, they don't ask for a resume when you apply in person. You fill out an application, give it to them, and then they, you know, then it goes from there. So I brought a printed copy of my resume there. So once I got there that next day for my interview, I had just got my nails did. They didn't look like this, but actually I posted a picture on my Instagram the day of my interview, or after my interview, because I was super, you know, I was feeling good. And if you all don't follow me on Instagram, definitely go follow me. I post on there all the time. This is the picture that I posted on my Instagram. So that's what I wore to the interview, just like this black dress with a cover up, some black open toe shoes, and a slick back bun, some light makeup. Like I was, you know, I wanted to look good, okay? Very professional. You should always want to when it's interview time. So I made sure like it was solid, it was sleek, it was cool. So once I get there for my interview, you know, I felt like it was going really good. Definitely because like I had did my research on the place that I was getting interviewed for. Nonetheless, I had already been to that place before. Well, actually, I had been to that place before, only twice, but I kind of already knew the kind of stuff that they had because I went there for Christmas shopping and everything like that. So I kind of already knew, and of course she asked me like, what did I like about the place? Why did I apply there? Stuff like that. And so I gave her like, you know, everything here is one of a kind, and I like that. So, you know, I had these different things that I did beforehand, so I was prepared. So I knew background of the company already. And I came to her with about 5 or 6 questions that I had for her. So it kept our conversation flowing. And, oh, excuse me. And we were talking so much that I forgot I even brought my resume. So once we were talking, she was like, I want you to talk to the other manager. And, because I really like you. And she handles all the scheduling, so you should talk to her next. And I was like, okay. I've never been in an interview where I talked to 2 people. Like 2 managers. Like I talked to one and ended up talking to another. So I thought that was like, oh, okay. All right. So while I'm waiting on the other manager, I give the lady my resume. She reads over it. And from there, we were just talking about more. When we found out we had stuff in common, like, because I used to volunteer for the Humane Society, and I found out she rescued a cat and everything like that. So we talked about that kind of stuff. Then she started showing me around the store. So I'm like, oh, okay, she's showing me around. Like, that's pretty cool too. That's pretty cool. I feel really good. So once I talk to the other manager, like we're just talking, she's asking about my availability. I tell her, anytime you need me here, I'm going to be here. I don't have any set schedule anywhere else. Like this would be my only job because I'm currently unemployed. I don't have any other obligations. Like I'm in close proximity. Like I'm a 10-minute drive, actually more like a 7-minute drive from here. So like, and I can start, if you wanted me to start right now, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, okay? And so, like, she told me that she thought I'd be a great fit there. And her and the other lady both thought I'd be a great fit there. But she did say it would take a week for them to come up with a decision and talk things over with their owner. And I'm like, okay, cool. So, once I left, my interview ended up being about 45 minutes total. I've never been in an interview that long, which I thought was a really good thing as well. Because usually, like, interviews are really short. But no, that one was really long. And so my mom said that actually was a good thing, that they were interested in having me there, showing me around and things like that. So I'm like, this is cool. Like, this is good. So, after that, it's the next day. Mind you, my phone is off, so that place is communicating with my boyfriend's phone, thinking that it's my phone, you know, thinking it's me that's going to answer when they call that number. So my mom is downstairs. I'm in my room sleep. She yells my name from downstairs, and I'm like, what? Is everything okay? She was like, you got the job. I was like, what? She was like, Charles just texted, said that the lady that interviewed you left a message saying that she wants to offer you the job, and if you're interested, call her back as soon as you can. I'm like, Like, y'all don't understand how happy I was. I'm like, dude, oh my God, I have a job. I have a job. And I was just tripping out because, like I said, she told me it would take a week. I had the interview the day before. You know, the very next day I get offered the job. Like, I was like, this is a blessing. This is definitely a blessing. Like, I was so excited. So then from there, I did keep communicating with them. And from there, it was just filling out employment stuff like paperwork, all that direct deposit type of things. And then them giving me a schedule. So for a week, I had training like 3 or 4 days out of that week. And so it was just training, you know, getting the rundown on working the register, which I already kind of had experience with from my job working at the gym. Because I would have to sell people like protein drinks, protein bars, and cookies, and waters, and Gatorades, and things like that. So I already kind of knew how a POS system works. So, which was really good. So then I just learned a lot about the jewelry we had there and everything like that. Like, this ring and this ring is from there. This cardigan is from there. Like, it's just a really eclectic, really fun place. So I learned background on a lot of all that stuff. And then from there, things just went up from there. Like, I've now been there for almost 2 months, I want to say. Was it almost 2 months? Yeah. I've been there for about 2 months, and I love it there. And since then, as you can see, I'm recording a video off my phone, so y'all wouldn't know it was off my phone, but I'm recording a video, so my phone has since then been cut back on. I'm up to date with my phone payments. I'm up to date with my credit card payments. Like, and now I'm just saving money because I am ready to move out and get my own place. So I've just been kind of looking around and see, like, where I want to be. I still want to be in close proximity to my job. So looking at places that are really close and places that, you know, appeal to me, a really cutesy little place, like something like that, because I'm going to be living by myself. I'm not going to be living with Charles because, you know, he's still figuring out school. And I just, at this point, I was stressing because I'm like, I really do want to go back to school. But at this point, if I go back, I know financially I won't be ready. And I'm glad that my parents and my family are understanding of that and are trying to force stuff on me. So right now it's just about financially being able to support myself, saving my money to move out, and just doing things like that. So I'm just feeling so blessed. And I just want to say thank you to the people who checked on me through everything, and all of you who left YouTube comments like, are you okay? Where are you at? We miss you, and Instagram DMs and everything like that. Like, it took me a minute to respond to the people on Instagram because I was, like I said, I was in that rut, and I just was not, I was very antisocial at that point. So, but none of that went unnoticed. I eventually did read all of the messages. Anytime I got a comment on YouTube, I did see those. I seen every single one of them. I always would get notifications from there, and I want to say you guys are the reason that I'm doing a video right now, because I couldn't leave y'all high and dry like that. I felt so bad because I formed good connections with a lot of you and established like this good friendship, and like trying to create a family, like a huge internet family with all of you. So it would just have, I would have never been able to live that down if I would have just abandoned you all and left you all like that and not let y'all know what was going on with me. And I never intended to quit YouTube. I was never going to quit YouTube. I know that was a lot of your guys' questions, like, are you coming back? Like, what's going on? Are you leaving us? Like, no, I'm not leaving y'all. I am back, and I am here. I am in a much better headspace. I'm just like happy. I'm actually happy in my relationship, like just happy with my life. And I'm just very blessed to have a family that supports me and is always there for me to keep me motivated when I am down. And all of you who have been there for me through all of this. So, yes, I just am very appreciative of all of you. I love all of you. I love my family. For anybody who watches this that's family, friend, whatever, like, and you were there for me and supported me, like, thank you so much. I really do appreciate all of that, because y'all don't know, but that really did help me out. Even my boyfriend told me, like, you need to record a video. I know your people miss you. Like, your supporters, they missed you. And I'm like, I know. I get the comments and the messages. I know this. But I just back then wasn't in the headspace to be able to come back and do it. And now I am. And I just, like, I don't know. I'm just very happy. Like, I even went and got my nails did, y'all. Hair slinging. Hey. Okay. Like, I am just feeling good now. So, with that being said, the reactions are back in play. The YouTube videos are back in play. I will say that because I work now and my availability is any, like they can schedule me whenever, my schedule changes every single week. So best believe if I worked a certain day this week, I will have those days off next week. And the days I had off this week, I will be working the next week. But so I'm still gonna be doing reactions. They won't just be super frequent. I still will be doing reactions, try to do them every week. But like I said, how I used to be able to do like 4 or 5 reaction videos a day, like, or in a week or whatever. Like, I don't know if that'll be able to be happening. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to put up videos and everything like that. Because now I'm just in a way better space. And like, I just want all of you guys to know that I'm not leaving y'all. I'm still here. So thank you all so much for watching this video. And if you stayed for the whole thing, you a real one. Like, thank you. And if y'all did stay for the whole video, I want y'all to leave me reaction videos in the comment section of what I need to be watching. I will say I did have to go and sneak and watch a couple videos because I be needing my Aaliyah Janelle and Nicole Kirkland fix. But I haven't watched any recently, like the past 2 weeks. So whatever they have them now, I haven't seen. And I haven't watched every single video. I did watch the Hope You Do Aaliyah Janelle video. What else did I watch? I think I watched Panty Dropper because Aaliyah getting thick, ain't she? She getting thick. But whatever though, like, leave your video suggestions in the comment section. If you guys want to see videos that aren't reaction videos from me, then also leave that in the comment section. Like, just leave all of that and leave a flower emoji down there for me because that's one of my favorite emojis. Leave that down there for me and for the return of Aubrie. And squad. I'm so corny. But I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys in the next one.